Hey. What is up? It is your girl, MamaKanakanen, and I told you in the meantime and in between time, I'll be coming to you with another video. So I want to get it popping with my friends and my neighbors. I got a topic for you today that I hope it moved you like it moved me. So this is not my question. I got this question from Kendra Media, who is a radio personality in Chicago, and she has a Facebook and she's on Instagram, and I don't know if she's on any other social medias, but I do know she possesses Facebook and Instagram, and she does a lot of dating, putting people together, finding love for other people, and she also does these questions where she solves people's problems by giving them an answer. So I borrowed this question from her today. Not that I looked at the video. I am going to look at the video after I have my say with this video. But when I heard this question, I was so pumped up because I wish that this could have been my problem back when I was a young mother. So let's get to it, because the question is this. And I want to know in the comments, what would you do? And right off the bat, let me just thank all the people who've been supporting me, all 7 to 10 of y'all. I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. I know I'm not where I want to be yet as far as really putting them together and having a really good outline concept and keeping my thread together, but I'm working on it and I'm going to get where I want to be. Just keep working with me and we'll get there together. But let's get to this question. So the question is, my baby daddy pays my rent, so he says no man can come over to my place to stay the night. Now, I don't know if she said this as if it was a super big problem, but it sounded like a super big problem to me. And so I was like, if I am on YouTube and I could talk to any young girl and she happened to come across this video and see this video, and could be your problem, girl, this is a good problem to have. Let me just tell you, because if my child's father back in the day would have paid my rent, and I couldn't bring no man over to my house. See, the devil mean things for bad, but God will turn around and use it for your good. And let me tell you what I mean by that. You should be so focused right now on raising your children. A man should not be your focal of having him over to your house. You shouldn't care about that part. And that shouldn't even be something that keep you from stopping your child's father from seriously helping you. Because rent is like I said, if you find rent that's under $1,000, you are doing good, or you probably live with roaches, because rent is real right now. And if somebody's paying $1,200, because like a 1-bedroom can be like $1,200, 2-bedroom like $1,500 and up, so if you finding anything as cheap along somebody paying that kind of money, you got room to start saving your money. Think about the money you would be paying out of your pocket for rent. But he's saying all you have to do is not bring a man and he can't spend the night. Girl, one and done. You ain't say no more, father. Say no more, baby daddy. Say no more. This is how I would handle it. Because one thing men are not going to tell you women is this. When you have one child that ain't his, a lot of times, the new boyfriend that you find, he's not going to tell you one is too many, but a lot of times, one child is too many. Now, am I saying you can't get married still with having one child? I don't want to give anybody that narrative that they can't find a man or get married with 2 and 3 children. That would be wrong of me to say, because it happens. But let me be honest with you. It is a slim chance to none that you're going to get a man to marry you with more than 2 to 3 children. Men don't like already made families, and they're not going to tell you that. They'll come and sleep with you. They'll even come lay with you, be your boyfriend, go back and forth with you, be in and out of a relationship with you for years. They'll play that song and dance. But marriage, if you notice, if you go past 2 years, marriage is probably never going to be part of your equation with this man. You'll probably be a good girlfriend and a good pretender of a wife. And if you have his baby, you're just adding to your collection of being a baby mama. So, really, when your baby daddy gave you this proposition, he's saving you. Because for me, looking back, if this would have been my opportunity, I would have been looking for men with their own place. This way, I don't have to have a man in my house. All sorry, sorry, I wouldn't have to have a man in my house all the time. I could then go to his home. So you got to think like that. That way you're not bringing all kind of Tom, Dicks, and Harrys in front of your children. Two, this will give me the space that if I haven't had a career because I had a baby at a young age, or I didn't take advantage of college before I became a mother, I would then take advantage of this as he's paying my rent, so I don't have that struggle. I can use either some time to go back to school or that money to save up for when I have the time to go back to school to get my education and get a career. So saving money, making a strategic plan to budget and save would be in the woodworks. I would not use this time to be going to buy purses that I can't afford, shoes that I cannot buy and won't probably can't even wear because the heel and the heel is so high that they're unwalkable in, clothes that I don't necessarily need if I'm not being a smart shopper, because you can buy clothes, but you just got to know how to budget, catch the sale, and be a smart shopper. All of that stuff I will cut into half, because the most important thing that your child's father is trying to allow you to do is get your life in order while he pay the bills and help you out with the rent. If a man is priority on your list to have another lover, you being small-minded. And what I say by that, I'm not trying to tell you you don't have the right to love and be in love and find someone to soothe and wine and dine you and make you feel like a woman. But when you have children, there's a sacrifice that we have to put before us to give our children a chance to be whole and well-rounded and sober-minded. You know what I'm saying? You want to raise your children right. When you got a lot of relationships and stuff in the equation, it can distract you and keep you from, being the best mom or the best parent you could be. Really, once we have children, all that dating stuff, I'm not going to say it should be out the window, but it should be on pause for a while to give your children good quality time. And to make a well-established, children need constant parenting, but they also need a structure, a solid foundation of a structure. And I know that sometimes young mothers, they want to move on and get another boyfriend, a new boyfriend, but save yourself. Keep your focus on your family. If this was your issue, your child's father or baby daddy paying your rent, and you can't have a man at your house, make this a priority to get it together and have at least, say he paid your rent for 3 good years. Make a 3 good year plan. This is your time to come up with young women, not a time to complain because you can't have a man. See, this is another thing. Learn to close your legs and be patient for a while. There's nothing wrong with being abstinent and getting to know you. So when you do get out there and date, you ready. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking the time to mess up. You're not taking the time to get pounced on and left and skid marks that hurt. You are taking the time to get to know you and be at one with the good energy, so when you do start to date, you can attract the right thing and know I'm doing good. I got somebody who I've been waiting for, and it ain't just anybody, because I took the time to get to know myself, and I took the time to get a real focus on futuristic things, on things that, say you had issues from when you was a child of something your mother did, or sisters and brothers, or people that teased you at school. You got time to get all that filth off of you, all that hurt and pain off of you, deal with any issues that you may have within 3 years of having someone pay your rent. That is one of those issues that you don't have to worry about as you climb to the top, okay? As you as you work and you grind and you climb to the top, because you're going to set up an account. You're going to have a savings account, a rainy day account, and an account for your children, for their colleges. I mean, it's so many different things that your child will be allowing, that your child's father will be allowing you to do by paying your rent. You can get a life insurance. And one of those life insurance that the stars talk about, how they put in this many dollars and they can borrow from that account and put it back in, and it's like getting a loan from themselves. Hey, you got the time to build right. You can make an IRA account. You can do a lot of things with the place of your child's father paying your rent, while all he requests is that you don't have another man in your home. That should not be hard, because what he's allowing you to do is to really get yourself together. And not that relationships are not important, but being ready for relationships when you have children, it is. See, we got to stop expecting men to come in and think that they're going to come in and be automatic fathers to our children. And this is another thing that gets me caught up. When you have so many women also who get these new boyfriends, and they want their new boyfriends to show their love by babysitting their children, and then their children get hurt, or that particular person kills their child, breaks their arm, shaking syndrome. See, don't be on the wrong thing by thinking you need a man. This is a time that you need to get yourself together, because somebody is giving you an opportunity. And if you don't see this question that this young lady presented to Kendra Media as an opportunity, then I suggest young girls and grown women, you got to reevaluate yourself and look and really say, is this man trying to control me and harm me? And even if it is, how can I make good of this? That's what you need to be saying to yourself, because that's what, if I could do it all over again and one of my baby daddies gave this as an opportunity for me, I was always funny style anyway. Your house is your kingdom. I wasn't always letting people just in and out of my house, because your house is sacred. You don't want everybody in and out your house. You don't. And I had a daughter that was beautiful, and if you seen her today, you know what I was talking about. She was always a voo-voom, because her mama was blessed in certain areas. And so I never wanted too many men over my children. I didn't ever want my daughter to say, he touched me. So I was very selective about who comes in my house. So women, you have to be very selective anyway, who you bring in. I think making this the focal that he don't want a man to come over or spend a night, you were just thinking ego, and he was thinking of his children. And bottom line, women, we can't be so, thinking in a false reality that men are not going to marry you. I see women all the time on Kendra Media with 4 and 5 children, still wanting to date, wanting to get married. And I'm not saying those desires are wrong, but I'm just saying when you get to 4 and 5 children, marriage again can happen, but it's going to be slim. And women, we got to understand, when we're having all these relationships and we're not getting married first, or making marriage the priority in the beginning before we start having kids, a man comes in and see that, and he already know that, you make poor decisions when it comes to love. He see the desperation with how many children he see around. Men aren't stupid. They know what that means. It's women. We be dumb and gullible and think that's not what that means. It just means I had a no good man who wasn't ready. No, it meant that you allowed yourself to be easy, and because You make the decision by keeping your legs closed and putting a time frame and a limit on things to make sure that marriage is going to come out of your relationship and not a baby. See, we sometimes think that if I have this baby, he gonna marry me, we gonna be a family, and it don't turn out that way. So in this situation, if the baby daddy wants to pay your rent, because of, until the rules and regulations is that a man can't come over and spend the night, count it all joy, sweetheart. Count it all joy and roll with the punches and start spending your money wisely. Get your savings set up, get your life insurance set up, get paid, young sister, get paid. And it is a blessing if a man even suggested to do that. Don't forget that part. All right, leave what you got to say in the comments. Thank you for coming and visit your girl. I'm with you with another video, and I'll be back soon and see you again. Thank you for hearing out your girl, Kanakanen, and God bless. All right, bye-bye.